I think it was mind games, if you ask me.
Mind games?
Yeah, I can't breathe, man.
Put on our studio fan.
Let's not put on the fan, because every time it blows, it'll...
Yeah, but it makes your hair look good. That was him making his own wind sound effects, by the way, for the viewers at home.
Let's hear Halloween make his own wind sound effects.
Okay. Oh no, that was it. No, that was you. That was you. That wasn't. Come on, let's get. Our production value just plummeted. Okay, so Natus Dominari are banning Thrall right off the bat, and ESOX are removing Dahaka, who is played by Freedod, the captain of Natus. So that looks to me like a focus ban. And also, birth control, probably, I mean, they look like they've practiced high mobility team compositions, which are very, very useful on this map. What?
Just chemtrail, I applaud your attempt at betting.
What was it?
And I like that you persevered and you managed to bet for the 18.
Chemtrail, that's how I do it, man. Exclamation bet space A space.
So the ESOX boys, they banned Dahaka to remove the global, but then first pick they went Dahaka to have a global.
No, the first pick they went was Falstad.
That's what I meant. What did I say?
Dahaka.
So I said the ban Dahaka, and then I said first pick Dahaka.
Yeah, you got it wrong.
Yep,
so
I did.
I've corrected you. They first picked Falstad to give ESOX the mobility team composition.
And that, if you ask me...
Wow, Alarak and Tychus, that looks like they're going for lane, they're going for soak, they're going to try and win by being the more experienced team here.
Would you say that Falstad looks a little bare? Do you think it could maybe benefit from one of the giveaways? Maybe throw up the giveaway.
The giveaway is not the Stormlord
the
skin. That was already won by a previous viewer on Tuesday. No. And then it was Bikini Stitches after that, which, by the way, I love Bikini Stitches. But going back to the draft here, the thing is, I would have focused banned Falstad first ban, because their Falstad, 14,000 experience he had in the last game. He's clearly a competent Falstad, and he's extremely valuable on this map. I wouldn't have allowed that. I would have focus banned that, and that might be a difficulty for Natus Dominari to deal with. I'd like them to deal with it very well though. Let's see how this goes. Malfurion again. I think they had that last game as well. So this is a similar team. Medivh. Wasn't expecting that.
So do you think the ban on Stitches is happening?
Do you think they're going to pick Stitches? I'd love them to pick Stitches. I
really hope there's not a ban on Stitches, because it would be sweet.
The Gorge is so good.
But that might be another honey dick. Ban Stitches, we weren't going to play him anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it might be like...
Yeah, but if they did that, and then they've got Medivh and they're trying to use the portal gank technique, then it's going to be ineffective.
Have you explained the portal gank technique for anybody who's new to this?
For anyone that's unaware of this, what you can do is you throw your hook out as Stitches to an enemy that's very far away and safe by his base. Then suddenly he's mid-lane or near the end of the lane, then Stitches eats him.
Which is his ultimate.
Called Gorge. And then he maybe doesn't have enough time to run behind his own gates to trap the enemy. So what Medivh does is from next to the fort, he throws out a portal to Stitches. Stitches walks through the portal, and then suddenly he's by his own fort and releases the enemy that he's just abducted. The fort hits him, Medivh hits him, Stitches hits him. Next thing he knows, he'd be dead. And they used very little to do it, except an ultimate on Stitches.
So the ban was not Stitches, it was Vala. Maybe they're sitting there being like, go on then, we've got an answer for this. But they have, do you know what I mean?
Now, that's a focus ban again. ESOX saw that they did have a pretty decent Rhaegar player on team of Natus. So much so, oh, what's with the betting? Right, so if you want to bet, by the way, people are speaking in the chat there about that. If you want to bet, you can bet. You type in chat, exclamation bet space, then your selection, either A or B, then space with the amount of points you wish to gamble. Jabroni Bro has 3 points, as you can see there in the chat. So if he wanted to bet 3, he would type exclamation bet space B space 3, and he did. So there you go. Jabroni has now bet on ESOX to win this game, which is good because I bet on the opposite team. So if Natus win, I win. If ESOX win, he wins.
Winner gets the other one's points.
That is not how I'm... No. If the winner gets... have you got any chocolate of yours? I could use some chocolate.
No.
Well, then you're rubbish.
What
kind of snacks you got at your house?
So more than healthy snacks.
Oh God, I hate when he says stuff like that. Do you want some hummus and carrots? No, I'm a gamer. To be fair, hummus and carrots would be fine right now.
I had the weirdest thing earlier. It was like green beans that were dried and they were incredible. Look them up.
I'll look up dried green beans. Look, we're doing a draft here. Come on.
Right, so Morden and Brightwing have picked up.
Now, Muradin, is he going to go Avatar? Obviously, it would be a crime for him to take the Haymaker right now.
So Rag was picked up. That was
Bikini Stitches!
There you go.
Bikini Stitches! They are. So basically, it looks like, as you can see on screen, there is PC or internet problems happening at his house, and they are. Oh, a flash of stream for 1 point. Oh man. How many folk are connected? That's maybe a thing here. So no, not that. I need to type. Let's have a look. So 0 viewers. Oh man, that's funny. We're online. We are streaming.
Online, but it might be that the game is paused. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, the game is actually paused. We are here. We are cool. It's all gravy, boys. So, let's have a look around the map. So, what we got going here? We've got Yo Devil in the Nyan Nyan Cat esque rainbow of the Stitches, and over on the other side by the Natus boys, it looks like that looks suspiciously like 2 Vikings bottom lane, 1 Viking top, and they're going for just a bit of a scrim in mid. So we'll see how that goes when the game returns. As I say, we've got a technical hitch here at the moment where one of the players threw out of the game so dramatically that I actually think, I don't know, I don't know. I really have no idea why we disconnected, but I think the reason it's struggling to reconnect for everybody so quickly is because so many of you are clicking play at the same time, and it's coming from my stream, which is funny. But I can just check statistics there, and I can see that we've got another 102 viewers back online right now. So
We're just waiting for the game to resume.
That's it. Simple as that.
Medivh is wanting to make sure he's got the best connection possible for when he tries to nick people and get them, use a portal to swoop them over the wall, which would be very handy to do in this game, because if you did it to Tychus or Alarak, then the Vikings, because they're zoning, they ain't joining the team fight.
Well, what do you think a team thinks when we point out that they've got 102 people watching? What do you think they think? They think, oh yeah! I hope they do. Okay, so it looks like the enemy team, I'm saying enemy team, the
welcome back.
Team are ready. Okay, there we go.
Nice one. Right.
5. What's this? A hero has left the battle.
No way.
Wow.
No, he's back.
Oh yeah, there we go.
He says fine after he rejoined the battle, which
Okay.
is what we wanted.
So, no, it's just happened again, is it? Oh, that's unlucky. And with that, we lost 70 viewers. Oh my gosh. You got 1 pause remaining? No, he doesn't. You get 3 pauses. I'll say to him.
Nice. The gentle Halloween there, as you can see, typing on screen.
Yeah. Lol. That is unfortunate for both teams here. This is, well, for those of you that are looking for something to do whilst we watch our stream and wait for both teams to kind of get their stuff together, what you could do is you could hit gamble. Gambling is always active on this chat. To gamble, you type !gamble space with how many points you're willing to risk. The interesting thing is we might only have 10 points, but you could gamble all 10. We always recommend gambling all your points because that's just a riot. Or, as you would say, a clown fiesta. There we go. Yeah, these pauses just mean more point farming, is what Funky is saying there. Funky Monkey. There you
Funky
go.
the Mushroom.
Funky the Mushroom. Yeah. Also known as Tetsu. He's part of the Blackheart Bay Booty Boy team.
Oh, nice.
That is who he is. We've got quite a lot of regular viewers that keep coming back to watch me and Jabroni here, or just watch the great games being cast here at Heroes Lounge. Abathuga there. Lol.
Close.
You were very
Keep
close.
trying.
You almost got the syntax right. That was good. So, what?
I know I've dropped off the Wi-Fi, that's why.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so guys, we've got a Division 1 game here in play. It's paused because of technical difficulties. It's cool. I'm just going to remind the teams that there's no rush. And what's happening is we are on game 2 of a series of best of 3 where ESOX came right out the bat with a glorious victory. They had quite a significant lead at the end of that game. How long was it?
Yeah, that many.
Yeah, it was that many. It was very good. With a Sylvanas pushing them. Now, there's an obvious strategy going to be played here by ESOX, in which, I don't know if you can see, is Stitches with Medivh. So Medivh opens the portal, Stitches gorges the enemy, and then jumps through the portal, gets back to his base, and then everyone kills him. Now, they can only do that again after level 10, but you can still do the hooks right at the beginning. So let's see what happens.
We only have a certain amount of time before the police come and get the Medivh, it looks like.
Why? What's happening?
Well, Rag is suggesting that Medivh is killing his family as everyone's using the Wi-Fi in his house.
Well, I mean, we don't condone murder here at Heroes Lounge, but if you ever feel the need, we'd suggest avoiding it and watching another great game of Heroes of the Storm. Oh, production values. There we go. You've ruined it now. You've ruined it. You've ruined it. You're a horrible, horrible human being. Looks like they're counting down. 3, 2, 1.
And Medivh dropped out.
No, do you know what? It's going to happen again. No way. They got a whole game last time. I'm sure it'll be fine.
His sister's on Instagram. His dad's on Facebook.
His sister's definitely on Instagram. Okay, so we have all 3 lanes being soaked by the Vikings. In the mid lane here we have Ragnarok, Stitches and Malfurion. And in bottom lane we have Chimoto. Now Chimoto's an excellent file stand. We've seen him do some good moves. But Natus, they're not giving them any room this time. Oh, the hook's real. Rock Show 88 is on Tychus straight away, and they are going to try and get a kill here.
Oh, the
and
Polly. I think he thought he was getting away, but the Polly's done too much, and he gets away with the Viking. The Viking was the only counter kill.
Unbelievable!
The Falstad was chasing, and Falstad falls for a Viking. It looks. Was it a Viking? No, sorry, you zoomed out so much. It was Morden.
yeah, it looked like a Viking because it's Master Morden. So Shenza managed to escape, and it's very unusual to see a Stitches get focused down to death like that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, your early game must be pretty strong if that's happening.
It's very unusual to see that, yeah. When we're being asked when do we upload the games to YouTube, you can actually watch them on demand on Twitch almost immediately. But within a day, they kind of get converted and brought back onto YouTube. Always remember, you can follow myself on Twitter at Northern Wizards, or you can click follow, watch us on Heroes Lounge here. This is Division 1 game, and Stitches again.
Stitches just caught out. I mean, you've got the silence and the telekinesis with Rag.
Okay, 3
Alright,
altars
it's
up now,
crazy.
and one of the Vikings is in position to take that one. We've got Muradin and Tychus, and now Alarak trying to take bottom. Chimoto is gonna, I think he's gonna get punished quite severely here.
He gets away. He's actually the one trying to deal damage to the Alarak, but no bother. The early game is just all in favour of the Natus boys, the birth control boys.
Yeah, let's see how
3
birth
kills
control
to
do.
Naut,
Let's see how birth control do here.
It's a tower piece right now, but I think they don't lose soak, so the longer this
Remember,
goes on.
point it at your mic. Point
Yes,
your mic
sir.
at yourself. That's
The
way
longer
better.
that this goes on, the better it is for the Natus.
Keep commentating for a sec while I.
So the Malf is gonna escape with his life, which is pretty good, thanks to the Medivh portal and the Medivh shield. But it's not stopping the push from the Natus boys, and maybe girls, I don't know. So they have walked the camp into the bottom fort, and it's fallen. So now any of these altars that the breath control boys get will now fire 5 shots, which is a lot better than firing 3.
Okay, so we're cool. We appear to be okay on our stream again. I have no idea what's happened there, guys. I can only apologise to you. Sorry about the technical difficulties we're experiencing here. I'm not entirely certain if this is something wrong with the servers or this game, because we've had multiple players dropping out and our stream's been reconnecting, so apologies about that. We'll keep commentating on the game, we'll keep an action here. Frudad's out of position, he's now...
He has died. The Vikings are going to pick up and try and cap, but Medivh is using his portals
used
to
his portal
interrupt.
well there. He's
But
using it well.
he's going to get left. Falstad's left. He's, I mean...
Stitches needs to do an epic hook through the wall here. If
Falstad can't though. He's lacking mana, so he can't. They just had to give it up and go back to soak, because the ultimate's being picked up by the birth control boys. Will kind of win any team fight.
Yeah. So, getting back to the basics of the game here, heroics have been selected by Natus, and a fort has been taken by Natus. They are putting on a lot of pressure, so much so I could see this going in their favour and bringing this into a 1-1 series.
Beautiful telekinesis by the
Fridod, the team captain.
because Stitches was like, I'll stay here a little bit longer than I should, and he was like, but I'll get away. I'm Stitches, I'll get away. And the telekinesis came out, pulled him out, pulled him back like a morskin, and killed
What
him.
is wrong with you? Oh my god. Right, okay, so we have ESOX coming in to see what's going on and maybe think about contesting up here with the sappers, but I can't see them being able to do that. So they're gonna... Is there gonna be a fight here on boss? Oh god, it's lagging again, what a pain. Right, we're good, we're good. I'm not enjoying this lagging. Right, heroics have been picked up by ESOX.
So Polly, a nice, I know it's not, I know a lot of people like Leyline, but Polly is so good, especially when you're fighting the Vikings, because you've got to split them all up. There's such compact fights on this map. It's like there's a lot of fight potentials in narrow spaces, so the polymorph gets a lot of value, and they went for the Gorge with the Mighty Gust, so they can silence the with Malf as the guy comes out of the Gorge. We've got the Mighty Gust as a disengage to knock back all the other heroes on the blue team.
So I'm waiting for the Gorge here. I'm waiting for the Gorge. The Gorge is going to be epic. They're going to hook, they're going to Gorge, and they're going to retreat. They're going to use their fort to punish the enemy. But they've also got to stop and deny that Viking getting the... Oh, he's going to get it. It's too late, too late. They got...
So Gust was used there without the Gorge attempt, without anything else.
I haven't seen the Gorge being used once yet.
It was,
they
Gust
committed
was
to the
used
strat, they've not used it, and I haven't seen a Molten Core either. There's been so many opportunities for ESOX to actually do something, and
And here comes the Odin, just to chase.
And Olaf goes down. Polymorph. The polybomb is spreading. Wow.
Even Polly's the
Wow.
Odin. Polly's the Odin. No.
I've never seen an Odin turn into a sheep before. That's fantastic. Falstad flies in. Gust is not up. It's 14 seconds away. Meteor's dropping down. This is a team fight that Shenza and Fridod have decided they do not want to engage on and have backed out just enough to split the teams. By the way, I can only apologise again about what's been going on in this game. I have no idea. I am so sorry about any production values that we're being mocked for here. Heroes Lounge is a very good channel. Here it comes! Well executed. That is textbook Gorge Portal. And look at that. Deleted. See you later, Alarak. See you later, Fridod.
So now they can chase. So they're still not level 13 talents, but they've got the numbers advantage. And they're gonna.
Another hook comes in on Tychus, but this is now starting to push Stitches away from the team properly. 20 seconds till Polybomb's available, but Sulphurous Smash is available if you want to get a bonus stun here from Ragnaros. But he looks like he's not wanting to use it. They've still got a Gust if they need to disengage. ESOX are choosing to push into this. He missed his hook, and that cost them the life of Shenza. Because of that, they're choosing not to engage and are now backing off. The objective phase has now begun. 20 seconds until they have to continue the fight. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Okay, here we go. Altars active in 5 seconds. Both teams posturing for position, and they know that Stitches is going to be their primary tool here. He's used the Gorge. He's out. He's been protected. Roots come in, but the Sulphurous Smash is being used as a defensive stun, and they made the most of it. I honestly feel that the Ragnaros there by Gitandra has just saved them there.
That was that looked like it was a desperation Gorge as well. He was quite low, and he
Odin's getting good value. Shenza's Dwarf Toss jumped in and got the kill there. All right, Medivh, it's just you and sorry, where's Medivh going? He's up top lane now, kind of de-pushing a Viking. All right, so it's Stitches and Falstad against a Muradin here. Brightwing's TPing in. I think Stitches might be dead. Oh, come on!
Missing the action.
There you go.
Just
Stitches.
We can imagine that happened.
You can just imagine how Stitches died. It must have been awful. Alright, there we go. Let's see see what's going on up here in mid. Chimoto's having a look at... Oh wow, they've got the sappers. That's going to push down bottom lane during this. See, that was the Gravekeeper's Gravekeeper's portal's open now. Calling that portal. It wasn't called a portal in the last game. Tell you that for nothing.
See the scouting drone from Alpha. They knew it was happening, but they couldn't do anything about the nicking of the sappers.
Keep speaking into the microphone, remember.
I am speaking into the
That's better. Molten Core is being used, deployed to de-push here.
It was just chunked down so quick. No real value.
The talent tier difference is now in play, where level 16 was picked up quite quickly there by Natus. Oh, the Gust killed Fridod.
Sends him into the danger zone, if you will.
Right in, flying right on in to the danger zone. For all you Top Gun fans, the hook on Tychus is real.
Away, but he is dead.
Tychus is down. Shenza's using the dwarf leap to get out of there. Yo Devil's in pursuit, but I don't know if he's going to get roots off. There, roots. Where's the roots?
Get the roots out.
There's the roots, and
he's rooted him. His roots out.
Alright, Medivh's Polybomb's back up for this fight, but have you noticed all three dwarfs are in position? Sorry, all three Vikings are in position. One of them's been killed, but I think the Bedman on Natus is going to get bottom uncontested. I am amazed at that because I really thought ESOX was going to lose all three altars, and amazingly they got both. They're going for the boss here. They might. This might put them in a dangerous, precarious position to win the game. And Yo Devil has now paused the game.
Ooh.
Now that
there must be something going on.
I think there's something going on here because
is our voice going like?
What Josh is trying to do there, which might be very bad taste, because if we actually are in a kind of stuttering lag scenario, that would have been even worse. But the point he's making here is our communication, casting, is our diction and everything coming through okay? Thus proving the point that in fact our comms are okay. It's actually Battle.net that's causing some sort of denial of service attack, freaking us out and disconnecting players. Is it that, or is it us? I mean, who knows? I saw in the chat that someone was swapping between both Heroes Lounge channels, and the second channel's suffering a similar fate. I don't know. But this is an important fight for both Division 1 teams here, because the victor of this either wins the series or brings us into the equalizer. Right, we're hearing from the chat that our voices are truly beautiful. It is just the game itself, yeah. So I think this is
the snow.
Well, there is horrific weather in Scotland right now. We are in what they're calling a thunder snow.
Like that Day After Tomorrow film.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
But with Ned's doing handbrake turns in car parks instead. Ooh, Medivh saying he thinks it's a custom game. Maybe he's trying the age-old tactic of restarting the game if you're down a few points on Towers of Doom. We've all been there. We've all done it.
Right, for the record, Team Focus Halloween in Division 2 have never been there or done that. Well, no, actually, sorry, tell a lie. I think we have paused the game for people's games crashing, but
we got a patch coming out as well. Artanis. Oh wait, the patch isn't deployed now, is it?
Oh, that could be
the 12th. Yeah, it's the 12th.
Right, so hold on. We're back in the action here, and what we've got is ESOX going for a boss play, which is very valuable for them. It's going to push it to 21 to 11. Natus instead going for the sappers, wanting to try and guarantee the destruction of this fort here in bottom lane for them. Let's see how this goes. Yo Devil's posturing to try and defend the sappers, but if they went for it, I don't think it's worth it. Shenza just getting in a little scrap there with our Raggy. Get Tandra. Do you know what? I'm now starting to be able to say his name right. An amazing hook, Gorge.
But there's no
Medivh, but they've made it through straight onto the roots.
The Sans comes out. Wow. Sans comes out, so he can't jump, and he's dead. Can't get out of there. That was crazy. That was good.
And did you see that? They got the polybomb onto Hockey Jedi. When he misses the hook, if he got it, it would have been a kill. We forgot about the portal. Not enough damage. You
need your team to jump through with you.
Yeah, that was exciting though. I like these fights. We've got a Viking, the Bedman in top lane, continuing the soak, keeping the pressure up. ESOX deciding to go for their sappers, successfully capturing it and pushing on. Let's see how this goes. It's a close game. I like this. This is what it's like in Division 1, boys. You can disconnect 15 times, pause the game 6 times,
and still be winning.
And still maintain an excellent level of entertainment. A good skill set. There's no raffle stomps here. There is a highly tense competition. So there's kiting away there. Yo Devil's going for the capture. Let's see. Now the boss isn't available, so not contesting this has no real value. I don't know. Where are Natus? What are they doing?
Are they trying to get to level 20? But I mean,
there you go.
Your guys, your Vikings are going to do that for you.
Well, do you know, there is the possibility that that bottom fort has low. Oh wow, he's using play again. He's full health. He could kill that Falstad. The Bedman is on the chase. If he tells his team on comms to rotate, they could do something, but I don't think they're gonna. There's a scrap going in top lane. Falstad lost his life to the Vikings. Chimoto.
Rest in peace, Valley boy.
R.I.P. You just got.
Jesus Christ.
Is that really loud? Oh, he's missing his hook. Rockshow must be suffering.
Oh, Freedod was posturing up with his deadly charge. He was gearing up for it, but he was just like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to feed.
Now, the boss is 2 minutes 7 seconds away, so there's no danger of that happening before the team fight. However, Natus, Dominari, Birth Control are at level 20 and have their Storm talents. You can see Alarak's taking Counter-Strike there that gives him a significant survivability in a fight where he can literally become unkillable and then deal horrific damage to the team in an area of effect. So, the hook, and he's successful. Shenza can jump out of this. He's the one hero that you want.
And that's without the gorge. He's getting chunked down. He's had to pop Avatar, but it's he's got a
portals there. Portals there. Sulfurous Smash was thrown out. Gorge has been used there. I think. The gust is effective.
Oh, that was close. Morden just gets out of there.
Is Falstad going to die?
Falstad's cut off
Falstad's
now.
dead. I think he needed his gust to be further. Muradin's now down. The portal's being used. Polybomb.
A triple silence from the Alarak
wow.
to negate the damage that it was going to happen.
Play again's just been deployed. Medivh, can you make it out? Oh, he was just a second away from making it out.
Falstad needed his level 20 gust upgrade there. That would have been a different.
He needed to be faster. If Chimoto was able to arrive and fire that faster.
No, that's not. That's his finger in my mouth.
For the record, that's not how that went. The bedman forgot to
actually. Where was
click.
Your finger?
Oh, he forgot to click on the altar. There he goes. Or maybe he was just waiting to get this to guarantee 7 shots at once. 7 tower shots at once. This is horrific. Watch this. Pew 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 pew. There you go. There's the second last shot, and here we go. Final shot.
Hands up if you think there's going to be a big pause between the games, because they want Medivh to get some good internet.
Wow.
So was he the host? Was Medivh the host? Is that why we were getting some laggish?
There was something weird going on there, maybe. Yeah. As long as I wasn't it. That's the main thing.